Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Leah, and I'm back again with another video. Today I will be doing a May reading wrap up, just talking about the books that I read this month. Well, the past month, since now June, and just my opinions, my thoughts, what I recommend, all that good things. So let's get started.
Device with your voice. You need to connect it first. In the Alexa app, go to settings, and then TV and video to get started.
Girl, who was talking to you?
When I leave, you want to keep doing this. But then when I come around, you don't want to post up.
Okay, so this month I read eight books. This month I read 8 books. I'm proud of myself because in April, I didn't even film an April or March reads because I didn't read that much books, but that's because I was busy with school and just existing, if you understand that. So this month, I made it my mission that since I was completing school, I would have time to read. Plus, I traveled a lot, which means with traveling comes reading because I'm on the train, on a plane, like I'm in a car, like I'm doing something that requires my attention so I can read. So with that being said, I'm going to talk about these books that I read, and yeah, stay tuned. Of the month, I read the Kings of Sin series. I started it since there's only 2 out at the time, by Huang, and for the first one I read King of Wrath. Y'all, I can't form words on how I felt about reading that book. Dante and Vivian, first of all, I'm gonna talk about the tropes and the ratings and all that stuff. Dante basically gets into a situation where he has to protect his family, and with that being said, he has to marry Vivian, who is the daughter of another rich guy he's not worth our time. We don't stand him. And basically they're like, I guess we'll do this because Vivian, her family values like worth, and so she has to marry Dante, and they're like, we don't want to do this, we're not interested, this is going to be simply public, no, like, we just going to do this for the public. And yeah, and then in the process they end up falling in love, and it's so freaking cute. I rated it a 5 out of 5. Dante he did little things, and I'm a big person when it comes to the little things and the little actions that they do, and he does it so much. And yeah, so in this story is forced proximity, fake marriage / arranged marriage, grumpy sunshine, billionaire romance, and a woman of color as the main character, and I was here for that. So yes, I loved King of Wrath. And with the second one, we have King of Pride. That one is also by Anna Huang, and that one focuses on Kai and Isabella. Kai Young, let me just say, I'm gonna say that the first one is my favorite, but relationship, like boyfriends, I really liked Kai and Isabella, especially Kai. Oh my gosh. So basically, Kai is British. It's really important that it's said that he's British. He's British, and he's basically a billionaire, and he's sophisticated, he's like pristine, he's perfectionist, he likes everything his way, and he stumbles upon Isabella, who is Vivian's best friend. Dante is pretty much Kai's best friend, and Isabella works at a club that's mainly for like famous people, billionaires, prestigious people, and they're not allowed to date the members. That's like the main thing. So that's why it kind of gives a forbidden love type thing, because they're not supposed to fraternize with the workers. They're not supposed to fraternize with the members. So Kai is intrigued by Isabella. Their first meeting is literally Kai walking up to Isabella, talking to Vivian about condoms, strawberry flavored condoms, and that becomes like a thing. And yeah, so their relationship is cute. There's cute banter, and Kai is on the path to become the CEO of his family's company. So it comes with stress and so much. And yeah, and Isabella's just like, go with the flow. She's an author. She's like, just, I'm here. And they fall in love, and it's so freaking cute. And I rated it a 5 out of 5. Some of the tropes is forbidden romance, another billionaire romance, opposites attract, there's cute banter, and there's POC couple. They're both Asian, and it's just so I just love that. And Huang does amazing like representation in books, and I appreciate that all the time. So 2 books that are interesting. I can't wait for the 3rd book. We kind of get a clip, like a snippet of the couple that's going to be in the 3rd book, and I'm excited for their book because just if you read the 2nd book, you see a lot of their relationship, and it's a little sad. So I'm excited to see what their story is and what their relationship is about and everything, and I'm sure it's gonna be happy ending. I hope it's happy ending. And yeah, so 3rd book was with a reread. I reread Romancing Mr. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. I am a big fan of Bridgerton, the series. I love Penelope. She's one of my favorite characters. And Colin Bridgerton, who is the 3rd brother of the Bridgerton siblings, and their story is just so cute. I watched season 1 and season 2, which is Simon and Daphne and Kate and Anthony's book, and I was so excited to get Penn and Colin because I'm like, Penn's plus size, and it's just, that's going to excite me so much. And we get a friends to lovers type thing, like where she's in love with him but he doesn't know, he's oblivious, and I'm just so excited. And I reread it because I just love Colin in the 3rd book, and I'm so excited to see what they do on film to like put the show out, and just I'm excited. If you know one person that's excited for Bridgerton season 3, it's me. I read a book called Dear Grumpy Boss. Let me tell you something. Weston, Elise. So the book focuses on Weston and Elise. Elise is a plus size girl who gets in a bad. She was in a bad relationship with a crap person, and she just leaves him. She gets up and leaves, and she moves to Colorado back with her brother, which she grew up in Colorado, obviously. She moves back with her brother. She's like, I'm going to live a fresh new life. Screw men. And I felt that to it. Oh, girl. He works for Weston, who is her brother's best friend. Also a friend of Elise she grew up with. She's always had a crush on him growing up. And he was always older, so it wasn't really reciprocated. But then you find out that he's been into her for a really long time, and you know, now they're working together, he's like, she has this like hatred for him, and that kind of goes away, and then they fall in love, but he's her boss, so it's like, and the brother's like, my sister's a no limit type thing, no go, we don't, boy, y'all can't talk to her, and they have to hide it away from their brother because they're falling in love. I rated it a 5 out of 5. Some of the tropes is brother's best friend, grumpy sunshine, office romance, love a good office romance, guy obsessed, plus size rep, slow burn, I would say, it's always been you kind of thing, and forbidden love. So, y'all, it was so good. I was in there like, oh my god, Mr. Weston is spicy, okay? And it's just, ooh. Boy, I ended up every single time. My next read was In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. And in this book, we have Shay, who gets left at the altar. Literally, her fiance calls her and was like, I'm not coming. And he's like, my family's not coming. I let them know the night before. And she's basically like, what? So she was upset, clearly, because she was left at the altar. And then one day, she gets a letter basically saying that her step-grandmother,
Today, Junior.
step grandmother gave her farm, and she's like, I'm going to Rhode Island, babe. I grew up there. Small town. I'm just gonna go take care of the land for a year, see how it goes. While she's there, she runs into Noah Barden, who is a yummy uncle who she grew up with and was one of her childhood friends, one of her best friends, and he is taking care of his niece Jenny, because his sister got into a situation. And Noah's like, yeah, I remember her, but she left me. So he has this like broody act going on, but then he's like, no. And then he's like, marry me so that I can get this land when you're done, basically. So there's a marriage of convenience. There's a second chance, friends to lovers, it's a small town romance. We eat that up. Single parent, single dad, kind of, because he's like Jenny's dad. And it's always been you, because they eventually, fall in love. He calls her wife, which I eat up every single time. There's a scene where he like acts like he's dating her and to like get this woman to go away, and he kisses her, and he means it, like he feels for her, but Shay's like, oh, it's just fake, and blah, blah, blah. And then throughout the time, she's like, oh, it's fake. And he's like, serious. And he just calls her wife. And that's so, it's just a good book. I got this book from Morgan, my best friend, who is also into books. I'll put her stuff in the description below. Also, my other best friend, Danny, she made a bookstagram, so I will put that in the link below as well. Next, I started the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. Y'all, yeah, it follows the Eaton family. There are four brothers, because Jasper's counted, and it basically tells their story. And yeah, so the first one is called Flawless, and it talks about Rhett Eaton and the love that he meets. Her name's Summer, and basically Rhett is a professional bull rider, and his love interest is Summer, who is his sports agent's daughter, and she is hired by her dad to basically to basically watch over Rhett and put him in his place, make sure that he keeps that image going, because Rhett has some situations where he punched a few people.
This is crazy.
And, you know, we can't have that if you want to be in a public eye. So, Summer's there to do that. But, you know, obviously, they fall in love. And Summer is like, she has a complicated ex. Which the tea in this, it comes back. Clearly, yeah, and that comes back, and then she has an ex, and that's drama. She has drama with her family, that stuff, and then Rhett, he's just, you know, he wants to be he's a professional bull rider. His family is like, you need to stop doing that. You need to stop doing that. So he deals with those family issues, but overall his family's supportive. They're just like, you need to go. And yeah, so Rhett and Summer, they're really cute, and, you know, they fall in love, and he's just like, yeah. And the type of tropes in this is forced proximity, you know, because she's stuck to follow him around literally everywhere. Forbidden love, because he's like, hands off my daughter, no. Small town, opposite track, because Rhett's like grumpy, and Summer's like, sunshine and rainbows. And then slow burn, because it takes a little bit. And one bed trope. You know I love a one bed trope. You know, so let's get on. And I rated that 4.5 out of 5. It took a while for me to read it, but other than that, it was good. I ate it up. Next we have Heartless, which is my favorite so far, my favorite of the series, and that focuses on Cade and Willa. First of all, you get a little bit of Cade and Willa in the first book, because Cade is Rhett's brother, his oldest brother, and Willa is Summer's best friend. And Cade is the grumpiest of grumps. He is a single dad, the father of Luke, who is the cutest little kid ever. And Willa is Summer's best friend, who's like, I'm trying to have a good summer, and I'm looking for something to do. And so Summer's like, you can be Cade's nanny. And their first meeting, this is how you know that they're destined to be together. Their first meeting is in a coffee shop, and Willa drops her panties, and they fall out her bag, and Cade picks them up. And then that stays in the book. It's just, and Cade just, he's, you know, when it's like, they're grumpy to everybody else but her, and she has like some control over him, and she's like the only thing that he thinks about, and it's just, it's perfection. Yes, that's exactly what that book is. And just Cade Eaton, and Willa's just a mood. She's literally relatable as hell. She's funny. She's just that girl, and she does not take Cade's crap ever. Like, she's such a good nanny to Luke, and Luke just falls in love with her instantly, and it's just cute.
Yes, I could.
And that trope is single dad, grumpy sunshine, found family, guy obsessed, slow burn, also forced proximity, because, you know, she lives with him. And just, I love it. I rated it 5 out of 5. Could give it a 6 out of 5 if I could, because it was just that good. Rhymes. And then last, I just finished Powerless, which is number 3 of the Chestnut Spring series, and that talks about Jasper and Sloane. Jasper and Sloane are childhood friends. Jasper is technically an Eaton because he was raised by Harvey, who's the father of all the boys, and Sloane is their cousin. Like, Sloane is Harvey, Rhett, Cade, Bo, like that's their cousin, and she always come to the farm for the summers, and Jasper clearly was adopted by him at a young age, so they were friends. And Sloane, her sweet little heart, she was always in love with Jasper. She always had a crush on him, but he was always older, so he was like, you're too young, this is not gonna work. Whole time Jasper has always been in love with her as well, and it's a always been you type thing, soulmate type thing, found family, runaway bride, because she's married to a piece of crap, and she almost gets married to a piece of crap. Jasper saves her from the wedding. It's just perfect. Forbidden love, because her dad's like, no, hang up, Jasper, type thing. And second chance, because they get a second chance at love. It's been 2 years, not 2 years, it's been 2 decades. So everybody's like, will they, won't they? Everybody knows but them, type thing. And it's just perfect. And I rated that 5 out of 5 because, listen, Jasper, I thought Cade was spicy. Jasper, that man loves control, okay? And I'm just going to say that because, y'all, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. I'm just going to put it right here. And that's all I'm going to say. No words going to come out of my mouth. I'm just going to let you read what I just read. So that has been the 8 books that I read this month. And I'm so excited to do my June reads. I've already started my book for the June month. It's called The First Night. That First Night. And it's by Jen McMahon, something. But it's good so far. It's a single dad, nanny type thing. So that will be included in my June reads, of course. And if y'all want me to do more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below, because I enjoy doing book content. I'm kind of new to the book world, but I've been enjoying it. And yeah, so I'm going to put all my socials in the link below. Make sure you follow me on Goodreads. Add me. I will add you back. And yeah, if you have any book recommendations for me, let me know in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, bye guys.